Hey guys, it's Missy Wolf, and I'm here with Charissa Nicole.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, so tell me. I gotta know, you started singing at such a young age, and your first performance was at a fourth grade talent show.
Yes, it was. That was
Okay.
a long time ago.
Was that really intimidating for you?
Growing up, I was such a ham, I didn't think about things. I was fearless. And I think I begged to be in that talent show.
Oh, that's
So, no.
great. Now,
Yeah.
how did you do in that talent show? Did you place?
We didn't, well, the school that I went to, we didn't really, do it for a competition. It was mainly just, come show us what you had kind of thing.
Oh, that's cool. How are your friends? I asked this because I just think as a young child to get up on stage in front of so many people, I think for me it would just scare the heck out of me. So how did your friends and your teachers and the faculty, how did they react to that?
Well, it's funny. I actually ended up dragging a couple of my friends into that performance with me. We sang Let's Hear It for the Boy. You remember that song back in the day? Yeah. And I was like, hey, you guys can come sing with me, and we'll do like this thing where you can be my background singers, and I'll dance up front. And they were probably more terrified, obviously. They just kind of stood there the whole time. Yeah. But no, I think it ended up being really fun. The students loved it, and that was when I did that talent show, that wasn't a hugely popular song, but all the teachers knew it and they loved it.
Right. That's awesome. Yeah,
it was fun.
That's great. I know none of my friends would ever do a talent show with me, and I remember we practiced for one with New Kids on the Block.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Nobody would do it with me, and I was we didn't get to do that. But I'm so glad that you did, and you got to drag your friends up on stage. That's fun.
Yeah, I'm sure they still are traumatized by that, but it's fine.
Now, no, the real question is, does anybody have any video of that?
Oh man, I wish, but no, I don't even think my parents were able to come to that. It was kind of in the middle of a school day, and it was just a weird thing. I wish I would have been.
Right. I think as adults now, we'd like to look back on some of those memories.
Yeah. I'd like to kind of get some of that fearlessness back, and we get older and we go through things, and I think it stays with us a little bit, but there's still times where you're kind of like, man, if I could just be that kid again and just didn't care. And
right.
did whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, so again, when you were 10, you wrote your first song called That Boy.
I did. I was on a bus ride somewhere. I don't remember where, but
that's funny. So I assume this was about a crush?
Probably. I think if I remember right, it was about a boy named TJ. And I just was crazy about him. I was always kind of boy crazy, so a lot of my songs tend to still go that direction. But I wrote that song on the bus, I think, and I started singing it, and my friend was like, what are you singing? And I just started teaching it to them, and then other people started listening, and I was like, everyone sing this song. And by the end of the bus ride, I think everyone was kind of singing it. And it wasn't like a song. It was more like, here's 4 lines that I wrote down melody to,
Oh, that's great. Oh, yeah. See, I'm glad I asked that, because I think everybody has such unique stories, and they're fun. Yeah. And I just, that's what popped out to me was you wrote that song at age 10. Yeah. And, at age 10, most of us are not writing songs. So
yeah, that's true. I had a lot to say.
No, it's great. Now, I know that you had a career with Phoenix Drive. You were, okay. How was that for you versus now being a solo artist? How has that move been for you?
Well, at first it was scary. I joined that band, I guess it would have been about 2 years ago now, and I had a blast with them. They're all amazingly talented. We had a lot of fun together. But, it's funny in the business because, when everyone's an artist and everyone in that band was an artist, you either butt heads or you kind of find that you're both trying to do the same thing but slightly different, and right. So that was kind of what was determined with John and I, the other lead singer. It's like we both have the same passion, the same drive, but I think we just thought about it a little bit differently. So, we said, I think it's just time to kind of let's just part off. You guys should go try it without a female and,
right.
do it because you're great. And so me transitioning into the solo thing was a little scary. I haven't done it in probably 5 years. I used to live in Los Angeles, and so I had a solo career there, and did a lot of great things, but, being in Nashville now, it's a brand new monster,
Right.
But I mean, so far it's been great. I think I'm taking all the steps that were necessary, diving back into my songwriting heavily, getting inspiration by going out and seeing other solo artists. I've teamed up with this group of girls and we're playing a lot of rounds, and it's just been very, very motivating to kind of, keep going and, not kind of fall off like, well, what am I doing with my life now?
Right.
That kind of thing.
Well, the great thing about Nashville too, that I've found, is there are so many more opportunities to play your music there versus, I'm in California, and, there's a lot of bands here everywhere. There's a lot of local bands.
Yes.
But there aren't as many places to play, not nearly as many as Nashville. So
yep, you're absolutely right. Yeah. That's very true. And I think that was probably the one thing that was slightly intimidating at first, because there's so many people doing it here. It's like, well, shoot, how am I going to, make my mark? How am I going to, be different? What am I going to do? And that's where that whole fearless thing came in. It's just like, I got to just remember what it's like, and I just need to go out and do what I do. And if it's received, great.
Right.
If it's not, well, some people have different opinions or different tastes. So
absolutely. I mean, in country music and all music in general, it's always growing and changing.
Yeah.
And, fans are constantly, leaning towards different styles. They're not just staying with one style anymore because of all the crossover. So
yeah.
I think it's great. I think the opportunities for you out there are tremendous. And there's something that you're a part of that I am so excited. I was so excited to read about it. You've been involved with the Teddy Bear Ball. And I know that a lot of people do not know what that is. So can you talk about that? Because I'm just so intrigued.
Yes, the Teddy Bear Ball is basically a banquet or an event that's put on by the Help Group. The Help Group is a organization that works with children with autism. They're a fundraising organization. They do a lot of events to raise awareness of autism. They work with a lot of families, a lot of schools, that kind of thing. So they put on this event it used to be twice a year. Now I think it's just once a year, where they bring in celebrities. They pretty much invite the entire city of LA, anybody who's anybody, and they come and they give awards, and they play videos of children that they've worked with, success stories, all sorts of really amazing things. And then they bring in, celebrity music acts. There's a house band that I've been a part of for, this would have been the sixth year. But since I moved to Nashville, I haven't been as involved. But they have a house band, and then the musician or whoever the celebrity artist, is, will come in and play with our band. So I've gotten the opportunity to back up several amazing people, including Reba McEntire, who was my absolute favorite. Brian Wilson, let's see, Ziggy Marley, what's his name? Martina. I didn't know Martina. I didn't actually get to sing with. Who's the guy that sang the Winnie the Pooh song? All of a sudden, it's dry. I'm drawing a blank.
Oh gosh, I don't even know.
Yeah, I know. I can see his face, and I can't even think of who he is. Older artist. Anyways, he's amazing. But yeah, so I've had some great opportunities with that. Just being a part of the whole organization and getting to meet the kids. The kids will come out and sing. It's great.
Oh,
it's just a great organization.
That's amazing. Now, I'm sure you probably don't know this, but a lot of the staff here at Center Stage Magazine, we are families affected with autism.
Really?
My son included. So when I read that, I was so intrigued, and I thought, wow, this is great, because, you using who you are, using your talent and your voice to be able to help this cause and these families is just such a beautiful thing. I love when I hear artists using their arts, their crafts for such a good cause. So bravo. Thank you for all of that support. I'm sure all of those families definitely are excited about that. And, I hope that Teddy Bear Ball continues and just continues to grow, because more and more kids are being diagnosed, and it's a pretty scary thing for a lot of families.
So. That's true. I mean, and I think it's scary for people who don't really understand it, you know, and that's why it's such a great organization, because they really do bring light to what autism is and how you can deal with it. And it's not some scary thing, you know, it's just,
no, anyway, it's not. I'm one of the lucky ones because I taught for 18 years. I taught children with autism. So I noticed it before anybody else that, my son is, he's doing this and that. That is definitely, you know, but I know how to work with him. So for me, it's a lot easier. But for all these other families, they hear that diagnosis and they're just immediately scared and they don't know what to do. So
exactly. It's just a great, like I said, it's a great organization. I actually have a friend out in LA who I believe still works for the help group out there. So just very involved in child counseling and that kind of thing. So I don't know. I wish I was. I mean, there's parts of me that wishes I still lived in LA just for that, but you know, I had to move on.
I definitely think your move to Nashville was a smart one. I cannot wait to get back to Nashville myself. You know, there's so much opportunity. There's just so much to do out there, and
there really is.
It's a pretty positive environment. So you know, I mean, there's good and bad no matter where you go. But overall, I'm happy for you because I think you're going to go really far. And as far as you know, going from a duo group to a solo career, as intimidating and scary as that is, you're going to take off. You're going to do really well. You know, you are fearless no matter what. You know, you really are. You really are. You know, maybe you could write a song about that. Who knows? But
actually, I do. I just wrote one recently called "Unafraid." So there you go.
Well, see, there you go. So that's what I was going to ask. So now, what do you have coming up for everybody?
Okay. Well, I have actually a lot of rounds and shows that I'm doing. I spoke very briefly about a team of girls that I had joined forces with. I've started, basically a movement here in Nashville. It's going to be a movement, but I teamed up with some very talented singer-songwriter females of mine, and we started this movement calling WIM Nashville, so Women in Music Nashville. Basically, it's just a group of girls who are out there playing for themselves, playing a lot, writing a lot, really getting connected. We've developed this team, and our goal is basically to provide a platform for a lot of the female artists in Nashville that either struggle with, booking, or struggle with getting their music out there, or struggle with meeting other artists, or whatever the case may be. But we really want to provide a platform for them. So hopefully very soon we're going to have a one night a week residency somewhere where our team of girls will play, and we'll try to feature a new artist every single week, just to kind of help them get out there and share their music with everybody. And what makes us different from a lot of the other groups that there's a lot of great groups and teams and stuff here now. No shortage of talent. But what makes us different is our group is so many different styles of music. We are trying to be very, very diverse in what we're doing. So it's not just country. I mean, we have pop, we have blues, we have, soul, we got some folk music in there. It's really just about letting women express themselves fearlessly. I think there's a lot of pressure on females here, especially now. Men have kind of taken over the country music scene. So all the country female, artists are struggling to get heard, and we kind of want to just take that fear away. We want to take that pressure away and just say, hey, you know what? Just come show us what you do, and let's just build your confidence. Let's just get you out there. And, we all are in charge of our own careers on the biggest level. So why not spread that love and, just provide that platform. So that's kind of our goal. And so far it's been great. We're in the baby steps now. So with all that said, our first official WIM night is going to be December 3rd at a bar restaurant called The Country. Don't have the address, but it's online. You can look it up, The Country Nashville Restaurant. So that's going to be our first official night where we're really going to just, pop off the lid of this thing and let everyone know what we're about. So
well, and I'm glad you told me that, because usually we schedule our release, our launch of every article, based on when we do them. But being that yours is, you have a performance on December 3rd, I'll make sure that I get this one out a little bit earlier so we can promote that for you.
That'd be fantastic. I really appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to hear that. So that's great.
Something I was kind of keeping in my back pocket. No.
Well, I think too, that's such an inspiration for so many artists out there because I mean, I've met so many people who are independent and they're just these young women, you know, you go to CMA Fest and you go to Fanfare X and there's just, you know, booth after booth after booth with people who want to make it and they're, you know, and some of them, they just don't know the next step or they don't exactly have the right knowledge. So,
well, and sadly, a lot of it is fear. Like a lot of it is just, well, I don't know how well I'm going to be received. And there, I think the whole reason that this thought came up in my mind originally is because, like I was saying, when I transitioned out of the band, all of a sudden I was by myself and I'm, you know, I hadn't done the solo thing in so long. I'm like, well, crap, I don't really know. I don't even know where to go right now. And so as I started doing it, I'm like, you know what, I can do this. And I think other women need to have this motivation. So I just brought a team of girls together and another friend of mine, her name's Mindy McEwen, very talented. She started having these ideas on her own, and she's like, why don't we partner up? I said, that's a brilliant idea. So we partnered, I can't even say the word, partnered up and, you know, threw our ideas together, and it's just turned into this amazing thing. And so we're all very excited about it.
Oh, that is great. I'm so excited to hear that. And, you know, we wish you the best here. And if is there anything else you want to share with the fans right now before we go? Because I don't want to keep you.
Well, I mean, just, you know, I always appreciate the support. I just got my YouTube channel up like a week ago. Very
nice.
You know, I just threw a couple of videos of a last performance on there. But I mean, if anyone wants to follow me or reach out to me, I mean, I'm very open. I'm very, you know, very social. So, but yeah, just, I don't know, I guess just reach out if you have questions or if you like what you hear and follow me on all the, you know, typical social media and just, you know, I look forward to hearing from people. So.
Absolutely. And then they can share you with all of their friends. So
definitely.
Well, I'll make sure we post all of your links so that it's, you know, direct access for them from the article. They can just click your link and be directed to you. And congratulations on that. I'm literally so excited right now. I can't stand it.
Thank you.
As soon as I get back to Nashville, I want to see one of your little residency shows because I know that it's going to be a treat for so many, especially with all the different styles and music lovers are just going to, they're going to flip out. They're going to love it.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Every time I talk about it, I'm like,
I know. That's great. Yeah. Well, you have an amazing rest of your night, and Thanksgiving is just around the corner. So happy Thanksgiving to you. And, you know, keep us up to date. If there's anything you want us to promote for you, let us know, and we will make sure we put it up on our site for you.
Absolutely. I love it. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
All right. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.